Next up, let's take a look at this, alright? So Cubehead. Cubehead made a video about a secret project called Cube.Academy. I'm not going to play the video. I don't have permission to. Go and watch his video. Give him the views. He came on and spoke about this huge project, Cube.Academy. Which is, it was his vision to have like this absolute one-stop shop, one place on the internet where everyone goes to get all the Cube knowledge and tutorials and all this kind of stuff. And he had this vision for it to be perfect. He's a UI person. He designs user interface. He went to the Apple Coding Academy, all this kind of stuff. He's a very clever boy. He's got lots of knowledge, and he had this huge vision, right? That vision has not been realized 100% yet, okay? So he talks about it in this video, and I recommend you go and have a look at it because he's quite open and honest about how that feels and about all that kind of stuff. And it's really big, okay? I'll tell you why. Just before we get into having a look at his website, because I think that's important, we'll go take a look at it. Being a perfectionist and perfectionism is something, honestly, it's something I've struggled with a lot in my life. You wouldn't think of it to watch this podcast, but there's a reason to that. We'll come back to that, okay? Being a perfectionist is like, I remember, okay, story time. I remember seeing on my report card when I was like 14 or 15 in high school, it said I was a perfectionist, and I thought, great, I do things that are perfect. That's awesome. That's a really cool thing to be. A perfectionist. Yay, let's go. But as I've got older in life, right, I've learned that being a perfectionist can actually be like a really bad thing because it can stop you doing things. It creates fear of failure, like a crippling fear of failure that will actually stop you starting things. And starting things is fun, and finding things out is super fun, and not starting things because you're scared that you won't match what's in your head is a really big deal. And I wanted to just talk about it because I think it's really important. When it gets to November, I'll be doing I always do a fundraiser for Movember, right? And it's always for men's mental health and suicide prevention, specifically. The biggest thing, and you know this, is about generally we have an issue with men talking about mental health, and this is a very specific mental health thing that I thought was exciting to talk about. Okay, so analysis paralysis, perfectionism, that is something that I've struggled with personally, and it sounds like it's something that I don't know. I've not spoke to Cubehead, but from what he's saying, it sounds like something he's struggled with in getting this project up and running, okay? So I wanted to tell you a little bit that about what this podcast is, and I've started this as a direct challenge to my own perfectionism, right? Because it's not perfect. It's scrappy. Sometimes there's mistakes. I don't have all the elements I need. I had even less elements when I started for making it this perfect thing. Does it always fit my vision? No, my vision was getting like at least 1,000 views on every single clip. Because I set, as someone who is a perfectionist, I set these stupid arbitrary goals for myself, right? This is an exercise in practicing not being a perfectionist, right? That's what Cubecast is. And I just thought I would talk about that very quickly today before we get into to Cubehead's website. So Cubehead, Milan, that's his name, isn't it? Milan. I see you, brother. I see you. We're operating on very different levels. You're very high up in what you're doing here, and I'm very low down in what I'm doing here. But I see you, I hear you. I'm so proud of you for pressing go and just getting it out at the stage it's at right now and just letting it go and getting that out of your mind and getting it moving and getting it working. Super proud of you for making that move and getting it done. Now, all that said, let's go have a look at it, hey? Cube.Academy. #1 spot to learn and improve at the Rubik's Cube. I've not actually had a look at this yet. So what have we got in here? #1 spot to learn and improve at the Rubik's Cube. Okay, meet the team. There's Cubehead and Pablo. Very good. Do I need a soft toy mascot? I feel like all the serious cubers have a soft toy mascot. Maybe I need one. I went to see Inside Out 2 the other day with my kids, and I do want an anxiety plushie. I saw one and I was like, yeah, I want that. That speaks to me. So there we go. Buy stuff and all that stuff. So beginner, how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Okay, sure. Videos and diagrams. That's all very nice. Yeah. Intermediate. Hey, maybe I could use something here. Advanced is locked. What does this say? Coming soon. That's very cute. Love to see that. Intermediate. We got finger tricks, cross, F2L, OLL, and PLL. Okay. So it's very CFOP focused. Saws about it. Roo crew. Oh, we've got alg sets. Okay, that's very useful. You want to have that. Are these? Let's see. Are these in a PDF or are they video? I don't want a video. I want this. This is what I want. This is exactly what I want. Okay, cool. This is good. Love to see that. Beginner F2L. Oh, interesting. He's got all the algs for F2L as well. That's something I should learn, but I won't. And then there's other stuff. Cubing tools. Oh, this is quite nice. This is quite neat. Ooh, a recognition trainer. I love that. Love to see that. Love to see that. So there's a whole ton of really, really useful stuff in here. And it's super neat. It's super well laid out. And honestly, Cubehead, you can't feel bad about that. This is great. This is already so good. Imagine having something like this. So I came up through Cube Skills, okay, with Felix. I came up as a Cube Skills stalwart, okay? Is it still up? Surely. Cubeskills.com. Yeah, it is up. I was a member of this for a while, a paid member. I don't think it's been updated in a while, but it has just so many good videos. I learned to solve 4x4 on this site. I learned OLL. I learned one look PLL off of here. And it's great. It's still good. It's always been good. And it's worth a look. So there's been projects like this in the past, but now Cubehead's here with one as well. Very, very cool. So that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit today, was just have a look at Cubehead's new website and to talk a little bit about his video, because he's clearly been struggling a little bit in his head just with getting this out in its current form, and he has. So that's great, and I'm super pleased that he has, because this looks like such a good resource for new cubers. In fact, John Baxter in the chat, head to Cube.Academy. It looks like you have everything you need there to get started. And Stu UAV Futures, if you're in the chat as well, if you want to learn. I know we got some beginners around. Very, very cool. Okay, what's happening in the chat? Corey Sontag's here. G'day, Corey. Speedy Cuber says, Mike, you're perfect. Oh, thanks. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome along, John Baxter. Official Timmy John Baxter and official Timmy Curious Nick. As a perfectionist myself, I can relate. It has upside and its downsides. Yeah, it does, eh? And loving the simple design. It looks so clean. Yeah, you can tell he knows a little bit about user interfaces and stuff. Hey.